All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Good Times and Finish Lines. My name's John.
I'm Rylan.
I'm Aiden.
Okay, today we are going to recap the Belgian Grand Prix, the NASCAR races at Dover and Indianapolis, the IndyCar races at Monterey and Toronto, out of order, but you get the point. Um, and maybe we'll talk a little bit of endurance racing too. Some big news going on there lately. So, yeah, starting off with Spa. Um, what were your impressions on the race?
I mean, yeah, Aiden puts it best with what he's doing right now. It was
Whoa,
boring.
whoa, whoa.
If we
You,
had,
you you guys woke me up from my slumber there.
yeah, I mean, if we had, they put driver safety first with the delay, but we all know rain races are a lot more exciting. You had the pass in the first lap, and then
Most
just,
exciting part of the race was that was pretty much it.
And Lewis Hamilton driving through the field, 18th
Yeah,
to
I mean
7th.
that was very,
that was a great drive by Hamilton. I'll give him that.
Yeah. Did he get driver of the day?
yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
Deserves it.
yeah, I mean, not much else happened in the day, and he was the only one really wanting to drive out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, after that first pass, I mean, it was just McLaren's leading this race the whole time, I think.
hmm
So. I guess let's go into our biggest winners and losers of the Belgian Grand Prix. Aiden, I'll have you start us off.
My biggest loser, Aston Martin, just all right disappointment. Heard nothing from them all weekend. Not a peep. Um, Landon Norris just getting past and blaming on the battery. I mean, using it behind the safety car for some reason. Don't really know why, because they can't pass under that. My big winner, though, definitely Hamilton.
Hmm.
Great job coming back from 17th all the way up into the points. So it's a good recovery race after a rough weekend for them. Who
Yeah.
would you go with for your winners and losers, Rylan?
All right. My biggest winner is obviously Hamilton, but also Gabriel Bortoleto finished ninth in the sprint, just 3 seconds behind Hadger for the last point spot for that. And he also finished ninth again in the race. Consistency for him, he finished ahead of Hulkenberg both times, and he's definitely starting to get into form with this car. And then my biggest losers. Ooh, it's a tough one this weekend. Definitely Aston. It's got to be Antonelli. 17th in the sprint, 16th in the race. He's fallen apart after that podium in Canada. I mean, I don't know what's happened, but Mercedes in general has also been struggling recently. So at
Yeah,
this point, who knows with Antonelli? But he's definitely my biggest loser of the weekend. And Bortoleto, my biggest winner.
yeah. What do you think of Red Bull's weekend in general? I mean, first race without Horner.
I mean, you get the sprint win, which is nice. Max finishes fourth in the race. Sonoda went 11th and 13th. I remember on the broadcast they were talking about how he said that he definitely felt like the team is paying attention to him more with Mekis now as team principal, but still yet to see any more points out of Yuki. Lawson finished ahead of him in both races, and then Hadjar finished ahead of him in the sprint. So that second seat still seems like a death trap even with the change at the top.
I mean, he had a better qualifying, if anything, from this weekend for him. So small
Yes.
improvement from Yuki.
Yeah, he started seventh, and he was there for felt like a good chunk of the race.
Yeah, he fell back down to 12th after everything happened through the
Yeah.
race. I mean, yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, not much happening other than the FIA just delaying the race by every possible outcome. You know, it stopped raining. The track's basically dry.
Yeah. Also, uh, Freddie Vasseur signed a contract extension. So I think we talked about rumors of him
Yeah,
leaving. Yeah, so
yeah, we definitely did
those
catch
rumors
those
proved to be
rumors.
untrue. Along
Yeah,
with the Max Mercedes rumors as well, as he's there through to the end of 2026.
yeah, that's definitely a big relief. Though Mickey's
Yes.
Yeah.
is one less thing he has to worry about.
And still no big contract news for other than Vassar for next season. We still have 8 open seats, so we'll see what happens. But we have heard Bottas and Perez as those two Cadillac seats.
Probably, yeah,
Hmm.
nobody getting it. But
Um,
George Russell is still waiting for his contract.
Yeah, Mercedes has nobody under contract currently for next year.
hmm.
One of 3 teams. So there's a Cadillac and Racing Bulls. So we could see some big shakeups with those teams. So
Um, any chance Alpine takes Colapinto out of the seat?
I don't know. I mean, as we know, as of now, they have no driver for next year. But this year, I don't know. Let me look through his finishes real quick.
I got a feeling they'll stick with him with the urgent, like South American money coming through. I mean, the
Yeah,
team needs it. I mean, you've heard rumors of them maybe trying to get Horner to come over. How true those are, I don't know,
yeah. I
but
mean,
it's always a possibility. It's just you have to deal with Flavio Briatore, and I mean, yeah, he's just stuck up on his ways, definitely, and trying to get the most out of the drivers at all times. So who knows how good they'll do with the new regulations for next year.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, there's no discernible difference really through finishing position between Colapinto and Doohan. Doohan retired twice. Colapinto didn't start a race. And other than that, it's been mid um, mid-teens, 13th, 15th, 14th, 17th for Doohan, 16th, 13th, 15th, 13th, 15th, 19th for Colapinto. Which the fact that Gasly has gotten 20 points out of that car and is currently sitting at 12th in the driver's standings, it really makes you wonder, is this another like Max situation where like it's a driver being pushing that car past where it really is, or is it just more second seat syndrome? Alpine was able to, I mean, Alpine has been closing the gap to Haas. They've scored the past 2 races while Haas is not, but they are still 15 points back for that ninth place in the constructors.
Next on the calendar, we have the Hungaroring. Go
Should
all the way
be
to Hungary.
should be
Should
a
be
good
a
one.
good race.
Last year we had Norris having to send Piastri through. Norris at the time fighting with Max. Piastri was not. This season it's now both guys fighting for the title. I think we could see some fireworks this weekend between the two.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I heard them say on the Spa broadcast that McLaren has double the points of anybody else. Or well, I guess a Ferrari who's second, but that's just crazy to me how big of a gap there is.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean,
just
that's
goes to show how dominant they've been this
yeah,
season.
that's like a Hamilton Rosberg or a Hamilton Bottas Mercedes stat.
it's because the guys are consistent, the cars are reliable. They've only had 4 finishes outside of a podium, and they've only had one non-points finish, and that was because Lando's crash in Canada. If it weren't for that, every race for both cars would have been a points finish. So, and
Yeah,
then I mean Mercedes, they haven't been consistent enough with Antonelli struggling as of late, with only 1 points finish since only 1 points finish after Miami. So I mean, once he's stopped performing consistently, there's been no challenge from anybody. And then Ferrari's actually cleaned it up recently. Leclerc's gotten 4 podiums of the last 6 races, but uh, 14th at the British Grand Prix for Leclerc, plus the double disqualification has killed Ferrari's title shot completely. But that wasn't really there in the first place. So
Yeah.
it's crazy how they went from 2023 in Bahrain 19th and 20th to building what is by far the best car on the grid. So props to them, and we'll see what happens next year. Who knows what'll happen, but if it's these engineers, they've shown that they can turn a car on, completely flip a car like this. I think it
Yeah.
can happen with them in here in the future. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you got winning the race?
I got Lando. He last year having to give up the win plus the gap's back to 16 points. I think, yeah, back to 16 points for the title. He did win back to back after uh, the crash in Canada. So I think once again, he was visibly angry after the race. He's probably gonna put pedal to the metal here, win in Hungary, but
You
we'll see what
see, I'm
happens.
gonna split with you and go with Oscar. I think he's gonna like keep up like his good run of form and get one over Orlando again. So John, I
Yep.
remember you was talking about you went to Dover last time. How was that?
I did. Great experience. Only only problem was the rain, but obviously that's out of my control, out of the track's control. So yeah, just great time, good crowd. Um, uh, so well, I guess I'll talk about the race for a second. Well, so I went to both the Xfinity Series and the Cup Series. Um, Xfinity Series wasn't a super eventful race. It got cut short by rain, but uh, it's a good time to talk about Connor Zilisch. Man, he is the real deal. Um, he that was his second in the row at the time. He backed that up with another win at Indy, so he's gone three in a row. It's definitely looking like he's going to take the Trackhouse 99 next year. If he does, a Trackhouse lineup of Chastain, Shane Van Gisbergen, and Connor Zilisch, whew, that is going to be tough to beat next year. I mean, I'm not saying they're going to be Hendrick because I don't think they have the equipment, but easily all three of those guys could go to the playoffs. Um, maybe one of them, maybe even two of them can make a deep run. So he is definitely somebody to watch. He's that Dover win was his first true oval win, I guess. I mean, he also won at Pocono, but Pocono's a triangle. So, but yeah, now he's won on back-to-back ovals. So he's narrowed the gap in the point standings too. So and I believe Indy was his fifth win. Yeah, it was his fifth win. So he's gonna be really good. Um, I would not be surprised if he won the title in the Xfinity Series. Anyway, and then the Cup Series. So Danny Hamlin got the win. The overall racing product was pretty good. I think so. It's always fun watching those cars just at this big, steeply banked track. Um, I will say though, the Gen 6 probably raced better around that track. I think maybe because the smaller tires had more fall off. Dover was more of a strategy race. It's usually more of a speed race, but I mean, the best guys definitely executed and won. I'd say Chase Elliott was really fast. Won the first stage, led a ton of laps. Christopher Bell won the second stage. He also led a ton of laps, but Denny Hamlin played the strategy, executed the restarts, used his veteran experience, and maybe a little bit of a clean air advantage to get that win. Chase Briscoe pedaled hard there at the end, took tires late. Um, I was kind of hoping that he would win because actually 6 years ago at that very track, I was able to meet him, and he's become one of my favorites since then. But he settled for second, but good day for him. He's proving that he belongs in that 19 car for sure. Would not be surprised if he could make a deep playoff run this year. And as far as the off track experience, I said there was a great crowd. Uh, they had a cool flyover before the race. They had fireworks while they were running the pace laps. It was yeah. There was tailgating after the race. Um, yeah, it was just an overall good time. Yeah, really glad I went.
Nice.
Sounds awesome, yeah.
So
John, I got a question for you.
yeah.
I'm just looking at the standings for NASCAR. Do you think Chase Elliott runs away with the Cup Series?
Hmm. Well, so with the playoff format, I don't think he. I mean, it's never over till the last lap of Phoenix.
Yeah,
But as far as the regular season, hmm, I think it's going to be close. I mean, so now Chase Elliott has easily been the most consistent driver on the grid. I mean, he has finished every race. Only one finish off the lead lap, and it was and then that one finish off the lead lap, he was one lap down. Um, never hasn't finished outside the top 20. Um, so I'm sure he has the best average finish. So he's easily the most consistent. With the so would not be surprised if he took the regular season title with only 4 races left. It's a close gap to the top four.
yeah. It's
William
only if.
Byron is only 4 points back.
Mhm.
Kyle Larson is only 15 back. Denny Hamlin is only 20 back, and he's been on a real heater lately. So I'd say it's probably going to be Elliott and Hamlin going for the regular season. Maybe Byron too, because he's had speed. He just hasn't quite had the finishes. And Kyle Larson, his finishes have been getting better. He was fourth at Dover, I think. Fourth or fifth. Yeah, fourth at Dover, second at Indy. Um, I'm not sure any of the upcoming tracks suit him really well, although he does have a win in this car at Watkins Glen, so maybe. Um, but anyway, yeah. But with the playoff format, so I mean, it's gonna be the Penske cars have shown that they would or can they have what it takes to win at Phoenix for the title. I don't know about this year though. Something does seem off. I mean, now all three cars plus the Alliance Wood Brothers car are locked in the playoffs with wins, but I don't know. Something does seem off over there. I think they have speed. They're maybe just playing the wrong strategies. Like there were like both Joey Logano and Austin Cindric had failures at Indy. So I don't know. Something just does seem a little bit off about Team Penske. But we've seen this before, though. They aren't always the most flashy team in the regular season, but they turn it on in the playoffs. So, yeah, it's hard to tell really who the championship favorite is right now, I would say.
Yeah, it's a very close battle, tight field up there.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, so did you guys see the schedule changes announced for next year with NASCAR?
I'd only heard about the Chicagoland
Yeah,
and
I heard
Mexico
that
City
one too.
one.
I heard Chicagoland. They're not doing Mexico City.
Yeah, they're not. But the bigger change, though, there is going to be a street race at Naval Base Coronado next
Yeah.
year in San Diego. Uh, wow, was not expecting that. I mean, I know there was a rumor of San Diego, but I figured it'd just be in the city somewhere, not not in a military base. That's cool.
Yeah,
um,
that is very, very,
yeah,
very
they
cool.
did a Top Gun themed promo video for it and everything. That was nice. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, Maverick was filmed at the North Island Airfield, I believe, which is part of that base. So that's a cool crossover. If we get a Days of Thunder 2, we got to have that race has to make the cut. It'll be a disappointment if it doesn't. And yeah,
Oh yeah.
In
yeah,
the video that they had releasing it also leaked the track design I don't know if you guys saw that as well.
Oh, so that was actually not the finalized track design. I don't think that has come out yet, actually. But
Gotcha.
yeah,
That would be pretty funny if they accidentally leaked it in a promo video.
yeah. So yeah, Chicagoland. That was a good that was a pretty good track in the Gen 6, and the Gen 7 car has been racing very well on the kind of intermediate ovals. So I would expect this, unless they repave it, I would expect that race to be pretty good. Although Mexico City was a good experiment for NASCAR, so I would like them to go back. But and so if all of the other road courses stay put, that would put it at 5, which has been kind of floated as kind of the magic number, either 4 or 5 road courses for NASCAR. So yeah, there you have it.
And a few hours ago, we got some big news out of Indy. Fox acquires a third of both. I don't know if it's a third of both or a third total, but Indy Car and Indianapolis Motor Speedway, both now partly owned by Fox.
Hmm.
That's kind of
My,
crazy
So
that the broadcaster owns the sport they're broadcasting.
they
yeah.
also extended the broadcast deal. But my question for you,
Um,
John, is Indy was obviously this past week with NASCAR.
Mhm.
You think they're going to end up moving that to be a Fox race now that they own part of the track?
Well, given where it fits on the schedule, for now at least, it's in the TNT slot.
Mhm.
So, and I wouldn't expect them to move it early in the season because, I mean, well, one weather, like a wind. I mean, like the tracks that NASCAR races at early in the year. I mean, like the first 3 races this year were in Florida, Georgia, and Texas. And then they did the West Coast swing, out in Vegas, Phoenix. So it wouldn't make sense to move it up early in the season. Um, and and then the month of May, there's no way they have the Brickyard 400 in the month of May. That has to be the Indy 500 and the Indy 500 only. Well, and the Indy GP, I guess. But that's that that should be off limits for NASCAR. So yeah, I would expect the Indy race to probably stay in TNT. They've experimented with moving it around. They tried to put it in on the July 4th weekend, but COVID. I mean, they did it, but they couldn't have fans because of COVID, and so they just decided we'll just move it back to August, and that's pretty much where it stayed since then. So it probably just stays in August, late July, I guess it was this year. So yeah.
Gotcha. My first thought with this though is, do you wonder if Fox starts to make some more entertainment focused changes to the sport, given that they now own it? But we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
A lot of what ifs with that.
Yeah.
And then big news for endurance racing. BMW will now be running factory teams in the WEC and in IMSA, which could propel those cars to higher heights than they've been at. They finished fifth last year in WEC. They're currently fifth again this year. Their highest finish has been a second place at Fuji last year and at Imola this year. They've had more success in IMSA with uh, one of their cars is currently third, but it finished third in Long Beach and third at Laguna Seca. But their highest height was a 1-2 at Indy last year, and then a win at Watkins Glen in 2023. So I think this could definitely help the WEC team a lot more, given that they have yet to win. But excited to see where BMW goes, especially in IMSA where they have shown to have some success.
Yeah. That team's been on the rise. I mean, I've watched the Rolex 24 the last couple of years, and I remember in 2024 they weren't great, but last year they obviously didn't win, but they won the pole. I'm pretty sure both cars were fast, so those cars um should so yeah, that change should probably help. Um, okay, I guess one last thing. Um, quick couple good IndyCar runs I want to shout out. Um, okay, the podium at Toronto. So Pato Award won the race, no surprise there. But Renus VK second in a Dale Coyne car. That's good. I mean, those cars have never been really that competitive. And then right behind him, first career podium for Kiffin Simpson. So he's. I was skeptical of them keeping him over Lundqvist, but he's turned it up. He's running solid now. So getting a few top tens here and there. So yeah, some good changes in IndyCar this year. And one last IndyCar related topic. Alex Palou got his 8th win of the year at Laguna Seca. The record for most wins in an IndyCar season is 10. It's tied between AJ Foyt and Al Unser, legends of the sport. Al Unser Sr., by the way. 3 races left. Palou has to win all of them. 2 of them are at ovals. So maybe it doesn't look great. But I could easily see him winning Portland. Maybe he wins Milwaukee. Nashville's kind of more of a banked oval, so don't know. But Milwaukee is kind of a mini Indy, and obviously he won Indy. I guess Nashville is pretty similar to Iowa, so I think he could do it.
Mhm.
I mean, he has a shot. He just has
Yeah.
to take it.
Yeah, I mean, his worst performances have been on road courses this year. I mean, he finished fifth and first at Iowa and then won at Indy. So I mean, he could very well pull out 2 wins over these next 3 races.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't think he'll pull out 3, but he very well could. I just think that's obviously a lot more of a daunting task.
Mm-hmm.
And given that after Indy, I mean, he's definitely got some consistency back,
Mm-hmm.
but who knows?
Yeah. Also, I'm surprised he has not locked up the title yet. I figured that would have happened sooner, but
Yeah,
guess
definitely.
Pato's been keeping decent pressure on him. But
Yeah, he's 121 points ahead of the
yeah,
nearest driver, so I don't know how he hasn't wrapped it up with only 3
yeah,
races left.
yeah.
A win is 50 points, so at this,
Damn, it's a lot of points.
yeah. Well, anything after 25th is 5 points, so we have to be Palou finishes after 25th, and I think Award would have to sweep the next 3.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, so I think that does it. We've got, so obviously mentioned we've got the Hungaroring next for F1. We've got Portland and Milwaukee are the next 2 for Indy. And then the next 2 for NASCAR are Iowa and Watkins Glen. So thanks for watching, everyone. Feel free to leave a comment. We might read them. And yeah, just like and subscribe to the channel to see more of our awesome racing content. Peace.